The warehouse of Amazon, a place of both wonder and the multi-billionaire Jeff Bezos. But one has to ask, how does Amazon ensure a productive but safe environment for their employees? Well, today we're going to find out. First, we all know how quickly they are able to ship their products worldwide, especially with Amazon Prime. #not sponsored. However, while it may be great to work fast and efficiently, it can also be a cause for hazard amongst employees. According to a union-backed study of Amazon safety data, it found that their workers had 5.9 serious injuries per 100 people, which is almost 80% higher than the rest of the packaging and/or shipping industry. Thanks a lot, Amazon. So, what can we do to help prevent these injuries? One thing that can help prevent workplace injuries is installing a safety and wellness plan, an accident prevention as well as a general employee wellness program that would cover all the levels of employee safety, health concerns, and encourage reporting hazardous practices or behaviors, kind of like hitting all the bases in a game of baseball, except with the giant smiley face boxes. Another thing that would deter workplace accidents would be to have proper staffing levels that fit the sizes of the warehouses. The famously overtime hours of the Amazon employees could possibly have been implemented because of the lack of staffing levels. These hours could increase employee exhaustion, which can create accidents and injuries from cutting corners to meet their quotas. To solve these problems, hiring part-time staff or having seasonal staff on deck to help during rush seasons could help lessen the possibility of injury from exhaustion, just like wearing winter clothes in summer. A third thing that can help combat the effects of injury on staff is to provide protection equipment for all employees, especially for Amazon. These should be heavily enforced and established at hirings or interviews, meetings, and monitorization. Things like goggles, face protection, besides masks, gloves, hard hats, and earplugs or muffs are essential in keeping employees safe and can further prevent certain injuries from occurring. In order to ensure that employees use the equipment properly, the warehouse managers or even Jeff Bezos himself should take the time to teach and train the employees for hazard prevention. But then again, would Jeff Bezos have time to do that? Probably not. Another way to prevent accidents in the warehouse is to monitor safety measures that are put in place. This would be after initial training and would reinforce these measures at any opportunity, like staff meetings, supervision checks, and education on the creation of cardboard. This would also help Jeff keep an eye on his employees as much as he keeps an eye on his enormous stash of money. There would also be a reward for those that abide by these standards, or whoever stayed injury-free for a certain amount of time. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Jerry. Now, what would the reward be? Well, it would probably be to finally allow them to use the bathroom at regular human intervals. The final way to get Amazon to do better is to make sure employees don't take shortcuts, like Dora trying to find the city of lost toys. It's been proven on multiple accounts that accidents become more common when employees skip over or ignore steps to complete a job early so that they can finally leave. Just like his money, Jeff Bezos needs to make sure that his employees aren't rushing to go anywhere, and to ensure instructions are clear to prevent that Amazon smile from turning upside down. In short, don't be lazy, or else you could get crushed by a $168 Keter storage cabinet, and that's definitely not a way you want to go. So, what exactly have we learned from this video? Basically nothing besides how important Jeff Bezos' money is. Just kidding, of course. We learned that safety, especially in a large warehouse, is essential to the well-being and survival of the Amazon employees and any others that work there. From a safety and wellness plan, proper staffing levels, protective equipment, monitoring safety measures, and to not permit shortcuts, it can really make a difference in the high number of injuries, most of them probably from Jerry, let's face it. Either way, it's an important part of being a worker, let alone an essential worker, and keeping your workplace safe for both your coworkers and yourself. This not only accounts for the Amazon workplace, but everyday life too, with learning to get back up after hard falls and putting your best foot forward. So remember, when in doubt, think of what Jeff Bezos would do. Speaking of, now it's time for some wise words from the man himself. Take it away, Jeff.
My job, one of my jobs as the leader of Amazon, is to encourage people to be bold. And people love to focus on things that aren't yet working. And that's good, it's human nature. That kind of divine discontent can be very helpful. But you really, it's incredibly hard to get people to take bold bets. and you need to encourage that. And if you're going to take bold bets, they're going to be experiments, and if they're experiments, you don't know ahead of time whether they're going to work. Experiments are by their very nature prone to failure, but big successes, a few big successes compensate for dozens and dozens of things that didn't work. So, you know, bold bets, AWS, Kindle, Amazon Prime, our third-party seller business, all of those things are examples of bold bets that did work, and they pay for a lot of experiments. I've made billions of dollars of failures at Amazon.com, literally billions of dollars of failures. And you know, you might remember Pets.com or Cosmo, or you know, give myself a root canal with no anesthesia very easily. None of those things are fun, but they also, they don't matter. What really matters is companies that don't continue to experiment, companies that don't embrace failure, they eventually get in a desperate position where the only thing they can do is make a kind of Hail Mary bet at the very end of their corporate existence. Whereas companies that are, you know, making bets all along, even, you know, big bets, but not bet the company bets. I don't believe in bet the company bets. That's when you're desperate. That's the last thing you can do.